Hi everyone, Aaron here for Zollotech, and this is the iPhone XS. Now this has been out a little bit over 6 months, and it's been in almost constant use since then, and it's been in use by a family member, and what you'll see is it has a case on it. So there's a case on it and a glass screen protector, and it should have held up pretty well due to that, but let's go ahead and take them off and take a look, then we'll take a look at the battery health and the usage, and see if we have any issues. So I'll take the case off here. And I know a lot of you get on my case, no pun intended, for the iPhone XS Max not having a case on it as well. And that's something to be talked about in another video because I've had some issues with that. But we'll talk about that in another video. The XS for now looks pretty good. Let me take the screen protector off as well because it really needs to be changed out. It's just a glass screen protector. I'll link it in the description. It's just a cheap one from Amazon that gets the job done. Now, this particular display looks really good. I don't see a single scratch on it, and I wouldn't really expect one since it's had a glass screen protector on it the whole time. Maybe in very, very bright light, there might be one here or here where it's actually exposed, but I don't see anything. Now, if I did see scratches, I don't see any here, but in maybe very bright sunlight, you may see some on the very bottom, but I don't see any at all, and that's only because the bottom of the case is exposed. So with this being exposed like that, I would expect maybe a few light scratches there, but I don't see any. Of course, because the case protected the sides, I don't see anything anywhere around the outside, and nothing on the back as well. And also the sapphire glass is held up well, so no scratches there. So let's flip this over and unlock it here. And there we go. And you'll see it's a pretty basic layout, although it is used regularly. So let's take a look at the actual battery health. So we'll go here, we'll go to battery, then go to battery health. So you'll see the maximum capacity on this one is at 99%. This is charged every single night on a wireless charger, and it seems to be holding up pretty well. It's still at 99%, just like my XS Max was. Now, you'll see down here, this one has played pretty heavily as far as games. We've got 2 hours of screen on time, which isn't great. And you'll see it's 2 hours and 30 minutes. If I go to this one, 2 hours and 46 minutes. And most of the time before this one is put back on the charger, it's down to about 40%. So I would say on average with iOS 12.2 currently installed, we're going to see about 5 hours of screen on time, depending on how you use it. If you play a lot of games, you're a heavy user, you may not have that great of screen on time or screen off time. But if you don't play a lot of games, expect it to get 5 or 6 hours of screen on time with regular use. Now, as far as the speakers are concerned, they still sound great. They have no issues whatsoever. Sometimes over time, iPhones can have crackling speakers. This one doesn't crackle at all. And then also, when it comes to the actual LTE or signal strength, I'm on T-Mobile on this device, as I am with other devices I have. This one has had no reception issues, only in areas where other carriers suffer as well. So no issues whatsoever. This one has had none compared to where my iPhone XS Max I've actually had some. So for some reason, this one seems to be going strong. No issues here. 2 bars on T-Mobile is normal for my home, and I have no issues with connectivity whatsoever. Now the software seems to be stable. There's actually been no crashes whatsoever. Things seem to load fast. There's no issues. Let's see if there's updates. There's no issues there. Things are loading nice and quickly, and even the camera works great. And I've talked quite a bit about the camera on the XS, the XS Max, and the XR, and even the older iPhones, the iPhone X and 8 Plus, even though those are only a year old. Those cameras, and this camera included, this one in particular, along with the latest generation sensor, is the best video camera of any phone. I often use it in my videos when I'm filming outside. It's just an amazing camera. It does a great job, has great autofocus, as good as Canon, I would say, which is quite a feat. I'd say for the most part, it's as good as most Canon cameras at keeping autofocus. It just does a really nice job, and I don't have any complaints about the camera whatsoever. So everything overall has been holding up really well with this particular device, and it's just what you would expect. It's basically an iPhone X reworked a little bit with a little faster processor, but for the most part, it's a phenomenal little computer in your pocket. So this one is great. The XS Max is great, and they're both holding up well over 6 months. But let me know what you think in the comments below. I'd love to hear your experience and how it's been going for you. Of course, I'll link this wallpaper like I always do. And if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. If not, that's okay too. As always, thanks for watching. This is Aaron. I'll see you next time.